Coming up on News in Depth, major fire averted in Shitanka, Roger Khan bodyguard charged with murder, and Ministry of Health PS demoted. News in Depth begins now. With tonight's edition of News in Depth, I'm Eva Wharton. Thanks for joining us. First up, a Shitanka house was destroyed by fire while a bucket brigade saved another. Quick response by neighbors and workmen in Shitanka saved a second house from being destroyed by fire yesterday. Reports are that fire of an unknown origin started in a one-story wooden house.
Anywhere get smoke, she does smell it. So she comes and says, "What's burning, ma'am? What's smelling like this?" I was in my hammock. Right to my waist, I see the fire hell above the house there. So I didn't hesitate. I just run out and run by Uncle Muchu there. And I let them know I am. So I start calling for sure. Auntie Pam, the house is on fire. Coffee, them house is on fire. Call the fire reel. So when I watched, they had some blind light tie on the fence. So I tried to pull because the fire was big. So I said, "Gonna catch on the blind." So I tried to loose out it.
She said the fire tenders arrived a little late, but the men in the village hold the fort until they arrived.
It's really quiet down the fire. The Shitanka boys, them, they're the one that really quiet the fire because they start throwing water on the flat out so the fire didn't get to raise higher than that.
The owner of the house which was saved requested to remain anonymous, but said it was the screams of neighbors that alerted her to the fire. She is, however, grateful to all who helped.
Well, luckily, the good people came. A guy said he was driving out and he heard the fire. He collected his workmen and they all came and they double bank and threw water to keep the fire away from the wall of the house. But they get scorched and windows broke and stuff because of the heat.
The woman explained that a young man is the sole occupant of the house, but from time to time friends would visit. But she is still at a loss as to how the fire could have started. The previous occupants of the house moved out some time ago. We will return with more news on the other side of this break.
Hey, looky there. Let me go techie boots.
Boots? No, mama, I ain't gonna get lock up teeth in them big stinky 30-second boots. Plus, it gonna be more cheaper online. And then got my favorite color, pink. Let me go along.
Online shopping. Cheaper, faster, better. Pass back.
A man's beer.
Morning.
Hi, honey. Your family will love new Abbey butter spread.
Thank you, Mommy.
A heart-healthy choice with no cholesterol. Abbey is ready to use right out of the fridge. Smooth, spreadable, rich and creamy, Abbey is a great tasting butter spread. Try it today.
Welcome back. Convicted drug kingpin Roger Khan's bodyguard charged with murder of teen outside of the Rio nightclub in the city.
Former Roger Khan bodyguard and ex-policeman Lloyd Roberts was today slapped with a murder charge that occurred outside of the Rio nightclb last year. The police implicated Roberts in the murder of Ryan Sargent, the teen that was killed outside of the popular nightclub last September. Roberts appeared today in the Joshua Magistrate Court to answer the indictable charge before Chief Magistrate Ann McLennan. The police prosecutor, Denero Jones, told the court that the police file was completed and 31 witnesses are set to testify in the hearing. Roberts was remanded to prison and the trial is set to commence on the 10th of March. Sargent was shot multiple times about his body in Foreshore Street. Residents in the area recall hearing the burst of gunshots. The young man's body was later dumped outside of the Woodlands Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Another man was also injured during that ordeal. Roberts is also in hot water for that arms and ammunition find that was discovered by the police at a house in Campbellville. 2 other men were also arrested and later remanded on that charge.
Morning.
Hi, honey.
Your family will love new Abe butter spread.
Thank you, Mommy.
A heart-healthy choice with no cholesterol, Abe is ready to use right out of the fridge. Smooth, spreadable, rich and creamy, Abe is a great tasting butter spread. Try it today.
Nothing compares to the class and beauty of Beeson windows and doors, engineered by professionals and built to last longer than the competition. Buy 10 windows and get one 24x16 bathroom window absolutely free. No tricks, no gimmicks, and no hidden fees. Prices starting from $13.5 VAT inclusive. So visit our showroom today at Lot 1228 New Eccles Industrial Site or BPAT's building on Regent Street and save big on UPVC or aluminum windows. To order now, call 622-4197 or 226-1292.
The Public Health Permanent Secretary has been removed from his post. The Secretary of the Ministry of Public Health, Trevor Thomas, has been relieved of his duties, according to government's chief spokesman and Minister of State Joseph Harmon at a post-cabinet press briefing today. Thomas's dismissal comes after an investigation was launched into procurement irregularities at the Ministry of Public Health.
The Permanent Secretary, there was a recommendation that the Permanent Secretary be removed from that office, and therefore with effect from the 1st of March 2017, the Permanent Secretary has been removed from that office from the 1st of March. There's several other consequential recommendations that were made, and the Minister of Public Health has actually started taking actions on some of them. She's actually gone around to some of the units where procurement is taking place and actually seen for herself what is happening, and therefore you can expect some radical changes taking place where those things are concerned.
The minister explained that Thomas will remain in the employ of the public service.
That is, he will still be in the public service.
Where is he going?
I can't tell you that right now, but I know that his service as the Permanent Secretary is being terminated.
Has a replacement been found?
Well, at present, the Deputy Permanent Secretary who is there is basically acting up.
Until a
in fact,
substantive?
yes, until a substantive Permanent Secretary. In fact, in another few days, you will probably see changes in many of the government ministries where Permanent Secretaries are concerned.
Last year, a board of inquiry was commissioned by government when information surfaced that a number of irregularities had occurred in the procurement of pharmaceuticals. The inquiry was conducted by retired Assistant Police Commissioner Winston Cosbert, who stated in his report that Thomas was willfully deceptive in his testimony. That's a wrap for this edition of News in Depth. Do join us again, same time tomorrow for another edition.